No, T3. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 with me, Oddworld Inhabitant, as your host. So yeah, obviously, what looked like HK came out of that hatch, but he looked a bit different. And now we find ourselves floating in this back tank with no knowledge of how we got there or how long we've been there. Seems to be some other fellas around us as well, but their lights are red, which obviously isn't good. Our light was white, which obviously is good. Beepy boopy medical screenies. I mean, many of those screens are showing the same thing, so I think a few of them are a bit redundant, but you know. And also, at what point would you ever, like, how would you ever use these screens if you look at them? Like, this isn't a desk. Like, you literally have to crouch down to use them. I question the feasibility of these screens. I think they're more of an aesthetic choice, aren't they? Man, my heart rate is a bit wonky, isn't it? Look at that. That screen just next to me. Jesus. Anyway, let's go on with the let's go on with this thing. It's like boom, boom. That's my heart rate. Okay, so let's do this. So yeah, we've woken up. There's no. We've just literally just come sprinting out of this med bay. There's no one else around us. Let's see how it goes. I'm not going to spoil too much in this game. To be honest, I don't know it well enough to spoil it. But yeah, this let's play is sort of. I've wanted to do it because I went to see the new Star Wars film out at midnight, and on Wednesday in the UK, and it was really good. And I do recommend everyone to go and see it. It's fantastic. I'd give it a solid 8 to 9 out of 10. It's very much like the originals. There's it's not like the newer trilogy, the 1, 2, 3, which was more about sort of overly choreographed lightsaber battles and special effects. It's more about the story, and whilst there is special effects, the lightsaber battles are really well done. So anyway, that's a lot more. They're like the original ones. A lot less flair, a lot more realistic. Anyway, let's go. Medical logs. Let's try and find out what the fuck happened to us.
Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KOTOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel
That was me.
was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift chart. Aside from the lone survivor,
T3's a good pilot.
an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony.
Damn right it was.
Prepared to...
So that's the first log. So let's see. This was 2 days ago. So this is the next most recent.
Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels.
Ominous things being said.
The whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KOTOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue.
I can't tell whether her eyes are freaky or his makeup.
But we couldn't get any specifics.
Anyway.
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them and moved them down to maintenance, but we're still treating the plasma burns.
That's not good.
That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Tilo shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning, there has been a fuel detonation in the mining
Never say never.
Emergency
Tempting
lockdown
fate, you silly woman.
All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay. Everyone
Damn, son. So basically, we turned up, then things started going. Even though we were in the KOTOR tank, odd things started happening. Patient life signs: deceased, recovered, deceased. Access payment treatment. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment requested resulted in death For all subjects at patient 3 who is reduced in all lifetimes, check the last treatment request. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to the tanks, including 3. There is no record of who ordered the treatment. I haven't got any computer spikes, so I can't, and it's a waste of time anyway. Medical bay camera. Sweet, that's me. More camera. Ooh, that's not good. Unlock more door. Bam. Access medical inventory. Cool. Shit, did it again. Log out. So yeah, so things seem to be going a bit pooey. But yeah, this Let's Play is to do with the new Star Wars film. It's inspired me, I should say. This is the woman from the ship, from the Ebon Hawk. She looks dead, but there's no sign of what killed her. Old age, probably. She is quite old. And this guy, yes, leaving with his fucking plasma torch on him. She's not zombie! Zombie! No! Don't eat my brains! Hello.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead.
Hi. That's how most people normally start. I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the KOTOR tank about you. How do you feel?
A little... The call tank left me a little drained. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I remember, I was on board a public ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it? I don't remember any of that.
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
If you think I'm a Jedi, you're mistaken. I am merely a smuggler.
Your stance, your walk, tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
Oh, let's deal with it now. What is this
I
place?
do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek.
The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Care to explain why you're in such a hurry?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
You seem nervous, worried. Is something wrong?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
Well, I'm going to look for our ship and some weapons.
You may wish
Defo.
to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
I just go with the page in the medbay were killed by either sedatives.
Curious. Why were you spared?
They didn't. I got the same dose but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however.
You know a lot about Jedi technique.
So do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on.
Ah.
Now we have
She's
other
obviously a
concerns
Jedi. I mean, no one wears those
before
robes if they're
moving.
not a Jedi. Maybe when I return you'll actually answer my question.
I have found that answers come in their own time, not ours.
Just tell them away and end up like these corpses. This is... Okay. Very, very quickly, I'm not going to go into this. This is a criticism I have of the opening part of this game, which is... There is only... You have to choose now whether you're going to be a good guy or a bad guy. This is where you get your first lot of light side, dark side points. And it's too black and white. I mean, people say that KOTOR 1 was too black and white for the overall story, but I tend to find there are some choices in this game which are way more black and white than in KOTOR 1. KOTOR 1, there's always an option for money, or, you know, there's always a neutral option. But not so in this one, so we'll just go for the funny one. Just out of my way, I'll end up like these corpses.
I leave you to the explorations of this place.
There you go.
Here, I
Starting
will
down the
remain
dark
at
path,
10%
got an
of
achievement.
myself.
So yeah, it's a little. That's just to introduce you to light and dark side points. But again, I don't like it. It feels a bit clumsy, to be honest. And I really like this game. And I can't say I had the same issue with KOTOR 1. KOTOR 1, there was always the correct choices. Vibro cutter, sweet. Was that it? Or was there a droid as well? Ah, droid. Yes, I will be able to use that droid impact armor to great effect. So even though we're a shooty character, we've been lumped with this silly weapon. Shit, son, droid! Flurry attack! Cha cha cha! Oh shit, he knows what he's doing. Fuck me, he just like wanged off 12 of my health in one go. Give me something. There we go, Manning laser. Blaster me. Blaster me. Boom. So yeah, good thing that everyone will be happy to know is that in this game, blasting people to death is a lot more viable. In the old game, shooting blasters was like, well, it was equivalent to trying to tickle someone to death. Oh, apparently it is in this game as well. Shit, I'm gonna die. That was quick, wasn't it? There we go. I wonder why I am unable to kill these droids with this blaster. There we go. There we go. My guy cannot shoot with dick. He's meant to be a super blaster man, you know? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We used 2 med packs within the first starter bit of the mission. Jesus Christ. We need to get a second weapon, I reckon. I think that's why we're struggling. All these droid upgrades. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't have a fucking droid yet. Oh my god, look at that guy's face on the left. Holy shit. The droid's got hungry. Thank you. Excellent. Anything else? No. Let's look at the security desk. Access security records. Praga safety hollow orientation.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, KOTOR. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock.
I always like this character. He seemed a bit of a hard ass.
You forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Fucking hell, he is serious.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The 3 idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust.
Shit.
The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just KOTOR and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
Shit, son.
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate.
I don't believe that.
I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
And this is when it basically started going down.
Droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the
Ah, security room
I
inventory.
secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Well then, there we go. So it's all going down. Log out. Did I pick that stuff with that corpse? Yeah, cool.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Kreia, what?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions.
Oh, there we go. Droids.
You can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, with your help, you are no longer force retarded. Eat this, dickwads.
Ah,
Boom.
you hear it. It is faint, but it
What? Yeah, it feels straight. The sedatives are wearing off.
is the force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
It doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's going. I don't want this. Not again. Never again.
Do not turn away from it. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths.
Whatever. So, another slight criticism of this game. I know it's only they're very minor ones, but it's still a bit of a gripe. As you can probably tell, it's going to be really difficult, and it's probably going to get a bit annoying trying to keep up the pretense that we're not a Jedi. So we're going to have to play it by ear, basically, and maybe we'll. I might actually use the stealth just for this one bit here. I'm going to save it before I do this, basically. Save game. Save. 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 Cool. So yeah, because unarmed specialist. Treat injury, faux show. Can't go any more demo yet. Another awareness, yeah. Bam, bam, bam. I want to have a little bit of stealth just to try this next bit out. Powers, like I said, as you can see, it's going to be hard to, you know, we can't even save everything else and be a Jedi, you know, just. It's just not the same, is it, as being able to be a smuggler all the way through and legitimately get away with being a smuggler as well. Stealth mode. Doopy doopy doo 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 doo. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Fuck, there's a droid. Hopefully you won't shoot me. Doopy doopy doo. There's another droid. Now you might be like, why are you stealthing it? Well, as you've probably noticed in our first couple of fights, at the moment we are going to struggle to fight our way out of a wet paper bag. And also I feel like it keeps in tune with the whole, you know, try and be intelligent about solving problems rather than fuck you droid. I'm safe here. Ha ha ha! What are you gonna do now, dick? So yeah, it fits in with the whole theme as well. Maybe I should have been a consular. Oh well. Oh well. So, repair scavenge the droid for spare compartments. Great. Examine the droids. This is another advantage of shutting them down rather than killing them. Check the last received command. Switch mining protocol to defend organics. There you go. leave the droid alone. This is actually kind of important to do it this way. You may think because later on we come back here and there's quite a big fight. Not no spoilers. There's a reason why it lets you do this. And so it's quite good to actually come back here. These droids are still here, just hanging around, waiting for you. And yeah, it's great. And you have a few extra blasters, and it's a nice little touch. Repair, defend, leave droid alone. We get lots of parts and experience, and I just generally find it to be a much cleverer way of doing this bit of the mission. And as you guys know from the first game, there is no such thing as having too many like parts and computer spikes and stuff. You're always needing them. Now we could go through there, but I'm just gonna have a little scout around because it's been so long since I played this game, and I never completed it because the first time I played this game through, I completed it 2 or 3 times on Xbox Original, which, as you can imagine, was a bit rubbish. And I've only completed it through all the way through once with the restored content mod. So I am interested to see some of the extra work that those guys have done on it. Because it makes such a difference. Playing it through with the restored content mod was excellent. This doesn't have, I should say, this doesn't have there's a missing planet on it. Just because I didn't download the mod, I didn't bother with the mod at the time. Maybe I should have done, but I want to be able to play through the game and at least have a rough idea of what I'm doing. I don't want it to get to be honest, the game's already massive enough without the Droid Planet. I might do a separate, if I was going to do a Let's Play of the Droid Planet, I'd do a separate one. Just so that I know then what the fuck I'm doing, basically. So yeah, and besides, to be honest, after this bit, I had enough of droids. There's already plenty of droids in this fucking game.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have
Very difficult because he's thinking naughty things. Hello.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
You've got a name and it's a big mouth.
Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Okay, explain why you're locked up.
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
What is this place?
Hey, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am. This slice of paradise is the Paragus mining
I
facility.
like Atten.
The only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy. Paragus fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the toxic byproducts and trying to mine it without blowing yourself up.
Blowing yourself up, eh?
Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Paragus 2 look like a kid's pop detonator.
Paragus 2.
You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel-cooled asteroids. So the miners drill the asteroids now, not the planet's surface. That's why they don't allow blasters here. Can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal detonator.
The facility deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting.
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah. There's a bounty on captured
Don't know much
Jedi.
about it. Maybe the Exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I heard rumors of a war between Jedi.
Yeah, Revan, Malik, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've been away since the Mandalorian
Well, I
Wars.
wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malik turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
I heard rumors that Revan defeated Malik, then went to Corban to unite the Sith against the Republic. I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi and the Republic.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malik back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know, women.
How long have we been in that cave? Revan was a man, not a woman.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan.
I have some more questions for
Look,
you.
no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
See, there's no way I could get away with not being a Jedi. I don't know, this facility seems abandoned.
The miners can't all be gone. But if they are, look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
That's a bit of a double-edged resume, that is.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
One thing first, patients in the medical bay were killed by these entities. Do you know anything about that?
Should I? Maybe you should ask one of those miners who was thinking about selling you to the Exchange. Maybe they wanted to drug you up for transport. Ever think about that?
Calm down. I was just asking, not accusing you.
Better watch yourself. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. When I kill someone, trust me, you'll know.
Shit.
So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna...
Why don't you tell me what to do and then we'll see.
No deal. If I'm not leaving...
I trust you for what for it. Alright, I'll let you out. That's a nice neutral response.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
You can teleport. Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside.
Pure berserk.
Console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in emergency lockdown.
Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
There must be something else we can do with this console.
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Can't wait to contact them. Let's see if we can try and reach someone on the comm.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
How interesting. How very interesting. Check administration logs first.
Tracked the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship, the Harbinger, and it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean trouble.
Triple.
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid's story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage in standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When
Yeah.
the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's a
What is it with people not finishing their recordings in this fucking game so far?
trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with him. Quarter's mining crew wanted us to collect the credits for the bounty the exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
That's not good. Turn to main functions, access comm. Dormitories, there's no response. Hangar 25. Low pitch whistles and beats answers the utility droid on the other end. Can you read me? Yeah, baby! You know it, who it is! Do a diagnostic that follow my instructions. I need another at this level. Now, is there some other way outside of the turbo lifts? I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. Sorry. Hooray! T3, Super Droid. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do for this level. It's going to be quite a long video, but we've done a good chunk of progress there and a lot of talking and explaining. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.